we're here at the state capitol trying to catch Senator Nolan for some answers regarding orphan drug legislation. And according to the schedule, she should be coming down the stairs right now. Let's go find her. Oh yes, that's where she is. Hello. Excuse me. Hey Senator, can we have a minute? Can we have an interview, please?
Yeah. And so,
Oh, this is live. This is a live interview.
Excuse me, live?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is very important. I'll get back to you. Okay. All right. Bye. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we just have some questions about orphan drugs.
Okay.
And so can you tell us a little bit more about how orphan drugs affect your pharmacies and pharmaceutical companies?
Sure. Okay. So as most people know, orphan drugs are used to treat people who are diagnosed with some sort of orphan disease, right? And so what orphan diseases, patients who are coming into the pharmacies who do have orphan disease aren't able to have these orphan drugs available to them. And so there aren't really a lot of incentives for pharmaceutical companies to produce these orphan drugs. And so what we're trying to do is just trying to promote and provide more incentives for pharmaceutical companies to provide these drugs to the pharmacy and ultimately to the patients who are diagnosed with this disease. So I think it's mostly affecting the patients than the pharmacies, but at the same time the pharmacists and the pharmacies are the ones trying to provide these medications for the patients.
Well, is there any new legislation passed in order to assist this problem?
Actually, yes, there was an Orphan Drug Act passed here in the United States, which provided an incentive for pharmaceutical companies to market and to produce and to research more orphan drugs. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, can you tell us a little bit more about this Orphan Drug Act?
Okay, so the Orphan Drug Act, a couple of things that we included in this Orphan Drug Act was this thing called the tax credit for cost. And so what this basically did was allow pharmaceutical companies who did do the research and who were marketing this drug and producing it, everything that it cost, and doing all this, we allowed for there to be an exemption on the taxes for everything that they purchased in producing this drug. And so that was one incentive that we included in the Orphan Drug Act. Another thing was this annual grant, which is really good because what it does is it provides basically financial support in almost all the research or most of the research in and also in producing the drug. And so most of the pharmaceutical companies usually don't pay a large sum of money in producing the drugs, which is really good on the company because that gives them more of an incentive for them to make the drug and to provide it to these patients who are diagnosed with these diseases. Another thing that was also added into this Orphan Drug Act was this thing called the 7 years of exclusivity. So basically what this is we allow the drug companies to have 7 years exclusivity of marketing their product and getting it out there, bringing it forward to the pharmacies so that these drugs can be available to these patients who are coming to the pharmacies, who are trying to get these drugs and are trying to get better. One thing that we don't want is even though we say that it is a small percentage of people out there that are diagnosed with these orphan diseases, we don't want it to be them being affected, right, with these diseases. So that's one thing, or those are just to name a few of the incentives that we provide in this Orphan Drug Act to make these drugs available for the people and to the pharmacy.
Wow, I can see that the government's really trying hard to make an effort. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for interviewing me. Thank you so much. All right, guys, have a nice day.
Bye. And now back